In a world where global trade and security are interconnected like never before, the vast expanses of our oceans hold secrets to power, conflict, and prosperity. From the epic naval confrontations of the world wars to the silent, high-stakes games of cat and mouse in today's geopolitical chessboard, the control of the seas has always been a pivotal element of national power. And in recent times, a new chapter in the story of maritime geopolitics is being written, one that could reshape the balance of power on the global stage. Hello and welcome to the Geopolitics channel. In this video, we're diving deep into the new geopolitics of the seas. We'll explore how the strategic importance of maritime zones is evolving, the challenges and opportunities they present, and the implications for global security and trade. We'll navigate through the strategic choke points that control the world's trade, uncover the rising tensions in disputed waters, and reveal how nations are vying for dominance in an arena where the stakes are as vast as the oceans themselves. Join us as we set sail on a journey to understand the complex currents of modern maritime geopolitics, where the next global conflict could well begin at sea. Stay with us as we uncover the secrets of the seas and what they mean for the future of our world. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated on our voyage through the intricate world of geopolitics. Let's dive in.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
Empires of the waves, how naval battles shaped our world. The seas have served as the stage for humanity's most defining moments, from the age of exploration that expanded the boundaries of the known world to the colossal naval battles of the world wars that shaped the course of history. This vast, blue expanse, covering over 70% of our planet, has always been more than just a body of water. It's been a battleground for supremacy, a highway for trade, and a mirror reflecting the changing tides of human civilization. In the early days, control of the seas meant dominance in trade and the ability to project power across continents. Empires like the British and the Spanish built vast naval fleets, not just for warfare, but to protect their mercantile interests across the globe. The strategic importance of naval power was never more apparent than during these times, as nations vied for control of key maritime routes that were vital for the transportation of goods and resources. Fast forward to the 20th century, the world wars brought about a revolution in naval warfare. The use of submarines in World War I introduced a new dimension to naval strategy, emphasizing the need for technological superiority beneath the waves. World War II further highlighted the strategic importance of aircraft carriers, transforming naval battles into complex engagements that extended far beyond the horizon. The Cold War era marked a shift from conventional naval confrontations to a focus on nuclear deterrence and underwater espionage. The superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union, engaged in a silent battle beneath the seas, with nuclear submarines patrolling the ocean depths, ready to respond at a moment's notice. This period underscored the strategic significance of the seas not just as theaters of conflict, but as platforms for demonstrating technological prowess and political will. As we transition into the 21st century, the geopolitical landscape of the seas continued to evolve. The end of the Cold War did not diminish the strategic importance of maritime dominance. Instead, it paved the way for new challenges and players. Today, as we stand on the brink of a new era in maritime geopolitics, it's crucial to understand the lessons of the past. The history of naval power teaches us that control of the seas has always been a critical factor in shaping the destiny of nations. It's a testament to the enduring importance of maritime strategy in the complex web of global relations, where the quest for dominance on the high seas remains as relevant as ever. High seas, high stakes. Navigating today's maritime minefield. As we navigate through the currents of the 21st century, the geopolitical landscape of the seas is marked by a series of complex challenges that underscore the strategic importance of maritime zones. These challenges not only test the resilience of global security and trade, but also highlight the evolving nature of maritime power and its implications for international relations. Strategic maritime zones. The world's oceans are dotted with strategic choke points, such as the Strait of Hormuz, the South China Sea, and the Strait of Malacca. These narrow passages are vital arteries for the global economy, facilitating the flow of international trade. However, they are also flashpoints for territorial disputes and geopolitical tensions. Nations with competing interests vie for control or influence over these areas, understanding that dominance over these maritime zones offers significant strategic and economic advantages. Piracy and maritime security. Despite advancements in maritime security, piracy remains a persistent threat in certain areas, notably off the coast of Somalia and in the Gulf of Guinea. These acts of piracy not only pose a direct threat to the safety of crews and vessels, but also have broader implications for international trade and shipping costs. The challenge lies in coordinating international efforts to combat piracy and secure maritime trade routes against these unlawful acts. Freedom of navigation. The principle of freedom of navigation, a cornerstone of international maritime law, is increasingly being challenged. Some nations assert excessive territorial claims over international waters, complicating the legal and operational environment for naval and commercial vessels. Ensuring the right of ships to sail through these waters without interference is crucial for maintaining the global maritime order and supporting international trade. Maritime infrastructure. The security and resilience of maritime infrastructure, including ports, canals, and undersea cables, are of paramount importance. These critical nodes not only facilitate global commerce, but are also vulnerable to sabotage, natural disasters, and geopolitical conflicts. Protecting this infrastructure requires international cooperation and investment in security measures to safeguard the backbone of the global economy. Environmental and legal challenges. The seas are also facing environmental challenges, including disputes over resource exploitation and the impacts of climate change on maritime boundaries and sea levels. Additionally, the evolving landscape of international maritime law presents its own set of challenges as nations navigate the complex legal frameworks governing maritime disputes, environmental protection, and the exploitation of marine resources. As we confront these current challenges, the strategic calculus of maritime geopolitics becomes increasingly complex. Nations must balance their security interests with the imperatives of international cooperation and legal norms. The future of maritime geopolitics will be shaped by how effectively the global community can navigate these turbulent waters, ensuring the seas remain a conduit for peace, prosperity, and stability in the international order. Masters of the seas, the titans of modern maritime power. In the intricate dance of maritime geopolitics, several key players and alliances stand out, each wielding significant influence over the world's strategic waterways. Understanding the roles and objectives of these entities is crucial for grasping the current dynamics and future directions of naval power and maritime strategy. United States. The United States Navy has long been a dominant force on the world's oceans, projecting American power and safeguarding international trade routes. With a global network of allies and bases, the U.S. maintains a significant presence in critical maritime zones, including the Pacific, the Atlantic, and the Indian Ocean. The U.S. focuses on ensuring freedom of navigation, countering piracy, and maintaining a balance of power that discourages potential adversaries from asserting dominance in key regions. China. China's maritime ambitions have grown alongside its economic and military capabilities. Through the Belt and Road Initiative, China seeks to expand its influence by developing port infrastructure and maritime trade routes across the Indo-Pacific and beyond. The People's Liberation Army Navy (PLAN) has rapidly expanded, becoming one of the world's largest and most capable naval forces. China's activities in the South China Sea, including the construction of artificial islands and military installations, have raised concerns about its intentions and the potential for conflict in the region. Russia. Russia's naval strategy emphasizes the protection of its vast coastline and the projection of power beyond its borders, particularly in the Arctic and the Mediterranean. The modernization of the Russian Navy, including the development of advanced submarines and surface vessels, reflects Moscow's desire to assert its influence in geopolitically strategic areas, secure its maritime resources, and challenge NATO's maritime dominance. European Union and NATO. European nations, both individually and collectively through the European Union and NATO, play a significant role in maritime geopolitics. The EU's maritime strategy focuses on securing trade routes, combating piracy, and promoting sustainable maritime development. NATO's naval forces are critical for ensuring the security of the Atlantic and Mediterranean, countering Russian influence and facilitating rapid deployment of forces. Emerging powers and regional alliances. Countries such as India, Japan, Australia, and Brazil are increasingly asserting their maritime interests, driven by economic imperatives and security concerns. India, for example, seeks to secure its interests in the Indian Ocean and counter Chinese influence through initiatives like the Quad, an informal strategic forum comprising the United States, India, Japan, and Australia. These emerging powers and regional alliances are reshaping the maritime geopolitical landscape, introducing new dynamics into the balance of power at sea. Non-state actors and multilateral organizations. Non-state actors, including pirates and terrorist groups, pose challenges to maritime security, requiring international cooperation to address. Multilateral organizations like the International Maritime Organization (IMO) play a crucial role in facilitating this cooperation, setting standards for maritime safety, security, and environmental protection. As these key players and alliances navigate the complex waters of maritime geopolitics, their interactions will determine the future of international relations at sea. The balance of power, the enforcement of international law, and the pursuit of economic interests in the maritime domain are all influenced by the strategies and capabilities of these pivotal actors. Charting the future. The next wave of maritime supremacy. As we chart a course into the future, the evolving dynamics of maritime geopolitics promise to reshape the international order in profound ways. The seas, ever pivotal in the annals of history, are set to play an even more critical role in the coming decades. Here, we explore the potential future implications of current trends in maritime power, technology, and environmental challenges. Technological advancements. The future of naval warfare and maritime security is being redefined by rapid technological advancements. Unmanned vessels, both surface and underwater, are set to revolutionize surveillance, reconnaissance, and combat operations, offering new capabilities while reducing risks to human life. Cyber warfare emerges as a critical frontier, with the potential to disrupt naval operations and critical maritime infrastructure. Nations that master these technologies will gain significant strategic advantages, altering the balance of power at sea. Climate change and Arctic navigation. Climate change is reshaping the geopolitical landscape of the Arctic. Melting ice caps are opening new shipping routes and access to untapped natural resources, sparking interest and competition among Arctic and non-Arctic states alike. The Northern Sea Route promises shorter passages between Europe and Asia, shifting trade patterns and strategic priorities. However, this also brings new challenges in terms of environmental protection, search and rescue operations, and the need for new international agreements to govern these emerging routes. Global trade and maritime Silk Roads. China's Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, exemplifies the strategic use of maritime routes to bolster economic influence. As nations invest in similar projects to enhance their maritime connectivity, we may see the emergence of new maritime Silk Roads that redefine global trade networks. These developments will have far-reaching implications for economic diplomacy, regional power dynamics, and the strategic importance of controlling key maritime choke points. Naval alliances and power shifts. The future may witness the formation of new naval alliances and the strengthening of existing ones, as nations seek to counterbalance the rising maritime ambitions of rival powers. The Indo-Pacific region in particular is likely to become the focal point of strategic competition, with the Quad Alliance and ASEAN playing pivotal roles. How these alliances evolve will significantly impact the regional security architecture and the global balance of power. Maritime law and governance. The increasing complexity of maritime geopolitics will necessitate revisions to international maritime law. Disputes over territorial waters, freedom of navigation, and the militarization of maritime zones will require diplomatic finesse and legal innovation. The role of international bodies like the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, UNCLOS, will be crucial in mediating these disputes and adapting legal frameworks to the realities of the 21st century. Environmental and resource challenges. Beyond geopolitical and security concerns, the future of the seas is inextricably linked to environmental sustainability and resource management. Overfishing, pollution, and habitat destruction pose existential threats to marine ecosystems. The international community must prioritize sustainable practices and cooperative resource management to ensure the health of the world's oceans for future generations. As we look to the horizon, the future implications of maritime geopolitics underscore the need for visionary leadership, international cooperation, and a commitment to innovation and sustainability. The seas that connect us also present challenges and opportunities that will define the future of our planet. Navigating these waters will require a collective effort to ensure peace, prosperity, and stability in the maritime domain. Beyond the horizon, the quest for truth in the ocean's depths. As we draw our exploration of the new geopolitics of the seas to a close, we've navigated through the complex currents of history, confronted the pressing challenges of today, and glimpsed the vast horizons of tomorrow. The seas, with their timeless allure and strategic significance, continue to shape the destiny of nations, forging alliances and igniting rivalries on the global stage. In this journey, we've seen how technological advancements, climate change, and the shifting sands of global trade and power are redefining maritime geopolitics. The future, while fraught with challenges, also holds the promise of cooperation and innovation as the international community seeks to navigate these turbulent waters together. This exploration would not have been possible without the platform provided by Geoland, a channel dedicated to uncovering and sharing the truths that often remain obscured by mainstream narratives. Geoland stands as a beacon for those who seek knowledge beyond the headlines, offering exclusive content that delves deep into the geopolitical forces shaping our world. As an anonymous channel, Geoland operates with the freedom to explore sensitive topics, unencumbered by the constraints that often silence critical voices in the media landscape. This independence is vital in our quest for understanding, But it also means that every view, every share, and every subscriber plays a crucial role in sustaining and growing this platform. By supporting Geoland, you're not just consuming content, you're contributing to a community that values truth, depth, and perspective. Each share extends our reach, each discussion enriches our collective understanding, and each contribution empowers us to bring you even more insightful content. In a world where the seas continue to hold the keys to our shared future, channels like Geoland remind us of the power of knowledge and the importance of questioning, exploring, and understanding the forces that shape our world. Together, we can navigate the complexities of geopolitics, armed with the insights and perspectives that challenge the status quo and illuminate the path forward. Thank you for joining us on this voyage. Your support not only fuels our journey, but also ensures that the quest for truth beyond the mainstream continues to thrive. Together, let's keep the spirit of exploration alive, for it is only through understanding that we can hope to navigate the future with wisdom and foresight. Remember, every like, share, and subscription not only supports Geoland, but also contributes to a larger movement towards transparency, truth, and the pursuit of knowledge. Join us as we continue to explore the depths of geopolitics, unearthing the stories that matter in a world that's constantly changing.